We have ourselves a brand new raid boss in Pokemon Go, and yes, this boss can be done with a duo. Thundurus is the latest legendary Pokemon to come to Pokemon Go, and if you have a whole bunch of rock type attackers, you will be able to defeat this boss with just one other trainer. I'm going to be telling you how you can achieve that in this video. Let's get right into it. How's it hanging, everyone? It's me, it's Count, here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. Today I'm going to be giving you a comprehensive guide on how you can defeat Thundurus. Much like a lot of the more recent bosses, Thundurus can actually be two-manned, and that's a really nice thing. I'm going to be talking about that later on. But if it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as that little bell so you stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel possible. If you want to support this channel, I highly suggest you go and check out the Patreon link in the description below, and you can find out how you can support this channel, and I left a lot of nice little perks as well, so do go and check that out. Alright, so with all of that out of the way, let's talk about Thundurus. This Pokemon is a flying and an electric type, which means it's going to have only two weaknesses, and that is rock types and ice types. Two-manning this boss is pretty easy if you have the right counters, but you will want to make sure you have the highest level possible of some of these specific Pokemon. First and foremost, I really think you should invest in Rampardos with Smackdown and Rock Slide. They're going to dish out the most DPS against Thundurus, and of course Thundurus isn't too squishy, so you will want to get as much damage done as possible. So you will definitely want to lead in with your Rampardos and get as much damage done as possible. And the really nice thing right now is that Kronicle is in the raid rotation as a level 1 raid, so if you do not have a good Rampardos, or you are looking to get more candies so that you could power up your Rampardos, well, you have options right now. Kronicle is available in 1-star raids, and I will say they are pretty common, so you should go out and do a bunch of those if you do not have a good Rampardos. But of course, there are other options as well. If you are looking to duo, you can still get it done with Rhyperior, more specifically Rhyperior with the Community Day move. If you have an army of level 35 plus Rhyperior with Smackdown and Rock Wrecker, you will be able to two-man this boss. Also, the really nice thing about rock types is that they get boosted by partly cloudy weather, and that is really common among all of the weather boosts, so you will get boosted more often than not. Like with any duo, you will want to make sure you have every advantage at your disposal, and that includes weather boosts, that includes friendship bonuses. If you have a Rampardos as your best buddy, you will definitely want to set that up. And if you're currently working on a best buddy bonus with your Rhyperiors, that's going to help as well. But let's say you don't have good rock type attackers and you don't have the weather boost. Well, there's still plenty of other options. You can go with Mamoswines and Glaceons. Both of them are really strong ice type attackers, and they can be great alternatives. I would highly suggest you only go with ice type attackers, however, if you have that rare snowy weather. They are definitely going to get outclassed by rock types, so if you had a choice between ice types and rock types, always go with the rock types. There's only one move you have to look out for if you are using rock types, and that is of course Brick Break. But even with Brick Break, you're still going to want to do a lot of dodging because Thundurus does hit really hard, and you will have a lot of Pokemon get knocked out. If you're not quick on the draw with max revives, you will definitely want to have a backup team. I highly suggest having a team of both ice types and rock types. They're both going to do really great. Thundurus's 100% IV CP is going to be 1911, and if it's weather boosted, it's going to be 2389. And of course with Thundurus, it's going to get boosted by rainy or windy weather. You will want to be at least level 35 if you want to two-man Thundurus, but you could do this with a very minimal number of trainers simply because it's pretty easy. You will not have a difficult time with Thundurus if you have at least 3 trainers who are at least level 30. But again, if you're looking to two-man, you will want to be at least level 35 and have a lot of your best counters be at least level 35. Yesterday, I was able to successfully duo Thundurus, and I did not have the ideal counters, or at least my partner didn't, and that's mainly because the person that I typically duo with, who had the right counters, was not able to raid. But even though she didn't have the right counters, I was able to carry for both of us. She was actually using a team of Ice Beam Mewtwo's, and they were actually still dishing out quite a lot of damage. So if you do not have an army of Rampardos or Rhyperior, there's definitely other options available. Thundurus has a very interesting moveset. It has Thunder Shock and Astonish as its fast moves. They won't necessarily deal a lot of damage. Its charge moves are Thunder, Thunder Punch, Crunch, and Brick Break. And again, I think Brick Break is the only move you really have to watch out for, considering that both Ice types and Rock types get double damage from that move. Crunch is probably your most ideal move to go up against, although I will say Crunch is really difficult to dodge, and if you do want to defeat this boss efficiently, you will need to dodge one or two of his charged moves. But again, if you are going up against Crunch, I highly suggest you back up your team with some Tyrannitars with Smackdown and Stone Edge. I think it goes without question, Tyranitar is still viable as a rock type attacker with Smackdown and Stone Edge, and if you're going up against a Thundurus with Crunch, it could even give you a higher advantage considering that Tyranitar is resistant to dark types. Terrakion is also a great option because it's a lot bulkier than a lot of the other Pokemon on this list, and of course it is a rock type, so it will have that type advantage. But again, when it comes to these duos and when it comes to trying to defeat bosses with the least amount of players possible, you will want to bring the absolute best, and I highly suggest you invest in those Rampardos. Simply put, Thundurus is one of many Pokemon that Niantic has recently released as something you can two-man, and I've been really happy about that, mainly because I've been saying for a long time on my channel that the less people you need for these raid bosses, the better. Honestly, there's going to be a lot of players who live in rural areas. They're going to have a lot of trouble getting people out to raid, and having the most minimum number of trainers be lower is always going to help them out. I really hope they continue this trend for future raid bosses. I know there's another one of these Pokemon that is going to be coming out, and I really hope that Pokemon will also be two-manable. But just in general, moving forward, I think Niantic should consider tuning their legendary raids to be able to be done with just 2 trainers. I think that's the best way to go. And the other nice thing about raids like Thundurus is that it gives the highest level players the opportunity to help out lower level trainers. A lot of trainers that I play with, they're still around the level 20 to level 30 range, and it's very nice that I could help them out with my level 40 Pokemon. I mean, come on, I don't think anyone would disagree that it's definitely made raiding a lot better. I mean, Thundurus is not necessarily going to be meta relevant, it's definitely going to be a Pokedex entry for a lot of trainers, so the fact that you can do it with 2 high level trainers means people will still be incentivized to do it for rare candies and experience because it's not going to take too much effort to set up. But anyways, yeah, I would love to know your thoughts regarding Thundurus. Are you going to two-man this boss, or did you find this raid guide helpful regardless if you plan to two-man it or not? Let me know in the comments section below. I would love to know your thoughts regarding this legendary raid, because I think for me it's going to be basically just a Pokedex entry, but for a lot of players they're big fans of these weird cloud trios. I actually don't know what the official name of this trio is, and of course I would always love to hear your wins in the comments section below. So did you get your perfect IV Thundurus, or did you get a shiny while you were raiding this? I don't know, but of course the shiny form isn't out yet, but share your wins as well. I would love to hear them. I hope you enjoyed this raid guide, everyone. I am Count Jinsula. Thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you all later. How's it hanging, everyone? Before I end this video, I want to give a quick plug to my Patreon page. If you want to support this channel, I highly suggest you go and check out the link in the description below. Every little bit helps when it comes to these YouTube videos. So if you want to support this channel, if you love the content that I'm producing and you want to contribute, definitely go and check it out. I have a lot of nice perks, like if you want to be on my permanent friends list, or if you want to get exclusive content or participate in and exclusive content that's coming soon. Definitely go and check it out. And to all of my patrons, I thank you for supporting my channel. I really hope you enjoyed this video, everyone, and if you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as that little bell so you stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. Follow me on social media at Count Jinsula. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, have a great day. I'll catch you all later.